Welcome to Remax of Boulder's video podcast. Today our guest is Jesse Seavers from High Performance Homes. Jesse is a building analyst professional and he provides general home inspections along with home energy audits. Now in real estate, the inspection of a home before a buyer purchases is a very, very important part of the process where we have generally a professional inspector comes in to do a thorough analysis of all the components of the home, whether it's the structural integrity of the home, the various systems and components, the HVAC system, air conditioning, all the way down to the little cosmetic details of the home. One thing that's often quite neglected, surprisingly, is the energy efficiency of the home. Throughout the lifetime of that home that owner is going to be in, they're going to be spending maybe $100 a month on utility bills, or maybe upwards of $200 or $300 to their utility bills. And this is something we never really look at except in general terms from the general inspector who says, oh yeah, this is a good build, I bet it's pretty tight, this is good insulation, but that's really all we know. Jesse, what he does is provide a very thorough analysis of what exactly is going on in a home and can tell a future home buyer or a current homeowner who's maybe lived in that house already for 10, 20 years what exactly is going on in their home. Efficiency-wise and what they can do to fix it. So, Jesse, could you tell us a little bit about what you do now with your home inspections and energy audits at High Performance Homes?
The two basic tests that we do is a combustion analysis test and a blower door test. And so with the combustion analysis test, that's essentially looking at your combustion appliances in the home. Almost every home has natural gas or some kind of combustible gas that's going into that home and being combusted oftentimes inside the living space. And so when that's happening, you really want to make sure that you're having, top efficiency out of that combustion appliance, and you're not actually generating carbon monoxide that could then be going into the living space and essentially poisoning the occupants. In older homes, this is often a real concern. So this is a combustion analyzer, and so it's testing for carbon monoxide in the air. And if you have an oven or a gas range, that's also a potential source of carbon monoxide that could be poisoning the occupants of the home. So we test those as well.
So the results from this are not only telling you if you might have potential poison in your home from your combustion system, but also if you're effectively losing money or being less efficient because of the system that you do have in place right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, the burners are designed to burn at 100% efficiency. Well, at least so that there's no carbon monoxide, I should say. Not necessarily 100% efficiency, but you want to have complete combustions. And then this here is testing for gas leaks in the home. So we go through and we test any pipes, any gas pipes that we can find, and we test all the junctions here. And this is a gas leak detector, and so it also calibrates and then will give us an alarm if we hear any gas leaks in the house.
And how sensitive is this instrument? Like, would this detect such a minor gas leak that would even be deemed safe by pretty much everybody, but it's still technically a gas leak that this device can still pick up?
Yeah, most homes that I've tested so far do have some small gas leak in the house. Most of them are small enough to be relatively harmless. Most people don't like to have gas leaks in their house, even if they are, minute.
Right. So, Jesse, what do we have here?
So this is a blower door, and the way this works is we set this up in the exterior door of the house, and we put this large fan at the bottom of the door. We have a big hole here at the bottom, and we send out a little tube that goes out and measures the air pressure outside with reference to inside the house. So then we turn on the fan and we depressurize the house, and we essentially get the house down to negative 50 pascals. And a pascal is a unit of pressure measurement. So once we do that, then we go through and we look at the inside of the house with an infrared camera. While it's under negative pressure, we can see all of the spots in the house where there's drafts, leaks, even insulation that might be missing. or if maybe there's no insulation in the walls whatsoever. We can usually see that with the infrared. So this basically allows us to, in some ways, see through walls. It's not seeing through walls, it's just seeing temperature, but it allows us to get great insight into the structural integrity of the house and how leaky it is.
So, Jesse, what kind of energy savings might a typical homeowner or buyer see? Like, for example, your average home built in the 1970s, it's 2,000 square feet, it has okay windows, it's got a 20-year-old gas furnace, an old water heater. What kind of problems might you see in a house like that, and how much money do you think you could save that person?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. Just off the top of my head, the last house that I did an energy audit on, the total improvements, if the homeowner was going to do, or if the occupant in this case was going to do every improvement that I suggested, it came out to between $10,000 and $12,000, and that was going to provide for us energy savings of between $600 and $700 per year. So you do have a pretty good return on investment in that case, and then once you have paid for all of your improvements, let's say you've saved $10,000 over the course of the next 10, 12, 15 years, then you just have a nicer home that whole time that you were living there, and plus you're then just recouping all that money in that case.
Right.
Not only that, but you have a healthier and more comfortable home the whole time that you were living there. Not only that, but you're also building equity in your home. So as far as once you factor in all those things, it's a great investment.
I think having all of that laid out on paper in this report that you provide, that's going to be of a great benefit to someone who's selling their home. They want to tell this information to the buyers. Hey, look how great the condition and the efficiency of this home is, and these are the things I did to it to make it like this. Likewise, the buyer can find out that information if the seller hasn't provided it. And if you've been living in your home for 10 years and you just are wondering how you could upgrade your home, whether you're going to sell or not, it's a great benefit to that person as well. So I understand that Excel, our local energy provider here in the Boulder County area, provides some sort of credits and rebates as it pertains to having an energy audit done on your home. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so Excel Energy will provide the whoever has the energy bill in their name will be entitled to a rebate on the energy audit up to 60% of the cost, up to $200. So the energy audit typically costs between $350 to $450 depending on the size and complexity of the home. And Excel Energy will go ahead and give a $200 rebate for that.
So you're telling me for around as low as $150 to $200, you can provide all of that information that might provide somebody $500-600 of savings per year if they make the recommended changes. That seems like a really, really great investment.
That's right. And then not only that, but once you do the energy audit, then you can go ahead and do some additional home performance improvements and get additional rebates through Excel Energy. But they do require that the process start off with a home energy audit.
Okay, so that's step one. Mm-hmm. Well, it all sounds like a no-brainer to at least get that process started. You get that information and you can choose what kind of improvements or not you want to make from there.
Correct.